Hey, what's going on, everybody? And welcome to the 4th edition of the Observatory. And today we're going to be playing for some trophies over on the Descent Champions ladder. And with me today, I have Cyrus. How's it going?
Great.
Excellent. And I believe our first match is just about set up. Now, this schedule that I have up there, that's pretty tentative. We got Melvin and Watts playing for the Silver Fusion Trophy up first. We're scheduled to have Bahamut and Diablo play for the Fusion Trophy for the Gold tier. However, neither of them are here yet, but both of them said that they'd either be late or Diablo's not even sure he's going to make it. We do have a contingency plan if something goes wrong, so hold your horses on that one, but that one hopefully will happen. I'm really interested in seeing that one. Watts and Lady Silver going to be playing for the Silver X4 trophy after that, and then Diablo and Jedi Luke going for the Gold X4 trophy, and then B2AF returning to defend his Bronze Dogfighting trophy against Furno, and those two are here and ready to go. So we're just about ready to get this started, and I do believe that Melvin and Watts are ready to go. Oh, I don't know what map these guys are playing. They haven't agreed on a map yet. But there's only like so many fusion maps. You got Ono, you got IS, you got UG, and then you got Purple. They're the only ones I can think of. Of course, there have been things. There was a Windham Fusion only match played recently, so we could see anything busted out, depending on what these two want. But we'll see what they choose. Gonna get into the game here and see if they're ready. Oh, yeah, that's right. I don't have to change my pilot anymore because I fixed that. It looks like it's going to be an IS. Yeah, that's a very interesting choice. I like it. IS is not a common fusion map, but it's nice and easy to pick up. It's going to look really good on observer mode. It's a very simple level. It's kind of funny because the corner of the map reminds me very much of the corner of Fused. Still forming. And all right, and the game is up. The game is already full. They may not have added observers. Oh, they're reforming. Okay, so they recognize their error pretty quick, and they're gonna go ahead and start it up again. Both players are in, and as soon as we see that restricted, we'll be good to go. I'm not sure they realize that they need to go before we get in there. There they go. All right. And we're in. There we go. All right. Melvin Watts. This is that corner I was talking about. The corner reminds me very much of the Energy Center in Fused. While they're doing this, I'm just going to go ahead very quickly. I had an issue with levels on the last observatory. Can you talk real quick? Cyrus? With your mic open?
With my mic open?
Yeah, so go ahead, talk a bit.
Okay.
Yeah, that works. So they're already slinging some fusion here. We missed a little bit of it. Ooh, Watt's getting a nice taste of the fusion there. Now Watts is when he plays a fusion map, he tends to be real streaky as to whether or not he's going to get a lot of kills in a row or if he's going to take a lot of deaths in a row. I'm not hearing a whole lot of clanks here now. I believe Melvin is in. Is he West Virginia?
He's in PA.
And Pennsylvania.
Yep.
And then Watts is in Washington. So this is a cross-country match here.
Yeah, my connection to Watts is horrible.
Melvin taking 2 hits in a row, and he's going to take an early 1-0 lead. But Melvin getting a couple level 1s off and kills him with the level 1s. Watts must have been pretty low. I know he took a hit early on, but didn't realize he was that low. Melvin having trouble finding another fusion cannon. There is. Oh, he just.
Oh my gosh!
What? Melvin baiting him in with thinking he has the lasers. That was pretty ballsy. Because I know there's three fusion cannons on this map. Melvin getting 3 in a row there. And there's this fusion cannon down the corner that Watts is headed towards, and then each of them have. There's one here right now in front of the energy center. So it's good for picking up a fusion when you don't have one. Oh, Watts taking another big hit there. And Melvin's just all over him right now. Watts is either going to have to change up his flight style or try to play some games with the level geometry a bit. Because what he's doing right now since that first kill has not been working. Oh, Melvin catching him right on the wall of that energy center. Very good. Taking a 4-1 lead now.
I hate Melvin's fusion.
You see Melvin overcharging that fusion for a significant amount of time there. He was looking for a one-shot kill. He'll pick that one up. 5 kills in a row in the last minute and a half. Watts getting some level 1 damage on him, but he can't do anything against Melvin right now. Melvin again taking some overcharge damage, but he's feeling comfortable doing it. Watts finally getting a kill there. But the damage has been done quite literally. It's a 4-point game. I'm not quite sure who that damage was on. They collided and there was some damage. I don't know if that was level 1 though. Oh, it must have been the fusion. Watts caught
Nice.
Melvin looking the other way. Oh. And Melvin just sitting
Guess
there?
you were right about the streaks. My goodness.
Yeah. Watts even questioning that one. I think Melvin must have just thought he was dead in the water, couldn't get to the fusion. That's the only thing I can think of. Ooh, picking up a nice tag there, another one there. And there goes Melvin. So, after trailing 6-1, he's pulled within 1 point here. This is a pretty valiant comeback so far. Now, Melvin had 6 in a row. Watts is coming up on 4 in a row here. Oh. Melvin taking him out in the middle of the room. 7-5. Oh, 8-5 now. Oof. The overcharge again. We're seeing a lot of that from Melvin. That's we've had a couple fusion matches in the past on the Observatory, and we haven't really seen a whole lot of
Nice.
overcharging. Yeah, Watts, very good. Using those level 1 lasers pretty effectively to take some shields off of Melvin there. Uh-oh. Melvin caught Watts looking the wrong way. Watts is lucky to be alive there. Oh, very nice. It looked like it was the concussion explosion that got him and not the fusion. But nonetheless, it's a kill all the same. And now it's 9-6. As these kills are coming pretty quick. No surprise for a fusion match. Oh, and Melvin gets tagged twice in a row. So now 9-7. Really, this one looks like it could go either way at this point, the way that they're getting multiple kills in a row. And with that said, I wouldn't be surprised if this ended like 10-15 or 20-15 or something. Like it looks lopsided, but it really isn't. Watts taking a ping of damage there. Now they're both fighting from within the corner. Ooh. Melvin with some prediction shots getting really close, but can't quite find the mark. And Watts just gets too close. You can see Melvin building up a nice, comfortable lead here, 10-7. Oh, but Watts not gonna stay down for too long here. Watts definitely needs to redeem himself too after his last Observatory appearance. Ooh. Nice catch by Melvin there, 11-8.
You played Mark last time, right?
He played Ernie.
Oh, okay.
And it was an Athena X2, and Ernie just made Watts look like a new bronze pilot. It was 20-4. They were both silver at the time. Watts picking up one there, 11-9. Oh! Melvin staying too still for his own good there. Got all kinds of sparks coming up on Watts, but no damage. Give you an idea. I have no idea what their pings are, but I imagine they're not good. Oh, well, the sparks came with an explosion that time. That's 12-9. Oh! Watts catching him right in the center of the room. Keeping it within 2. Oh, but that's a very nice shot by Melvin. These two just going back and forth. Very interesting. Melvin getting the kill there despite having a positional disadvantage with less of an area to dodge in. Watts finally getting to the fusion, and oh, he he makes Melvin pay for letting him get to it. Melvin coming in with those concussions, so no doubt took some shields out off of Watts there.
Watts' kills are way more entertaining. I don't know why.
Now Watts getting caught, and I think that's half of the reason right there is because a lot of Watts' deaths have been getting caught. Although Melvin right there, his turn to get caught in a bad spot. Whereas Melvin's just like, Watts just doing a good shot in the middle of the room. So it seems like the difference has been Melvin taking more of an advantage off of Watts positioning himself poorly, kind of like he did there. Just stayed against the wall, and Melvin made him pay. 15-12 now. Oh, and another big hit. This has been roughly a 3-point margin since the beginning. Will Watts be able to come back from this? Or will Melvin close it out here? That 6-kill run at the beginning really starting to pay off. Oh, and there's another one, 16-12. This is starting to look pretty bleak for Watts. He's going to have to mount a pretty serious comeback at this point to get back into this. Melvin catching him behind. Oh, God. Oh, God, Watts. Finally figures it out and turns around. Manages to avoid any damage there. Now they're slinging it out, and Melvin picking up his third in a row. 5-2 in the last 2 minutes and change. We're just passing the 10-minute mark in the match. Really short, quick match here. This is what Fusion's about right here. Watts taking a couple big hits there. He's got to be probably on single-digit shields, and he finally goes down. 4 in a row now for Melvin as he's building up yet another streak. Ooh, Watts getting a good hit there. Oh, how'd that not hit? I thought for sure Watts was taking damage there, but it's Melvin soaking up the Kool-Aid. Watts switching to level 1 lasers. I'm not sure he wants to do that. I don't think Melvin got hit that much. And finally does take him out with the fusion. Oh, Melvin now is on game point, 1913. I said this could very easily end 20-5. This has been, or 2015. This has been much closer than the score indicates, I think, though. But Melvin with a nice big streak at the beginning and a very strong showing at the end. Really making sure to put this one away, to make sure he doesn't give Watts a chance to get back in it. Watts had a few good shots, but he's been playing a lot more scared the last several points, and he's not been putting himself in a position to make those shots. Melvin looking for the game point here. Oh, I thought that was a hit, but it's going to be Watts getting the return kill, 19-14. Also, we might need to start looking to see if Watts will employ suicide strats if he starts getting low. Melvin taking a hit there. And there's another kill for Watts, 19-15. This is still very much game point for Melvin, though. And will be for even if Watts gets a few more kills. But Melvin does not wait for it, and I think I called the score on this one. 20-15 is going to be the final score. Melvin taking out Watts and picking up a nice shiny fusion trophy for his efforts. I'll be sure to visit him pretty soon. But a nice game, closed out in under 13 minutes. Very quick.
Wait, Watts had the trophy, not Melvin?
Yeah, Watts had the trophy. I don't remember who he won it from, but I don't know if he won it or if me and him straight up played for a vacant trophy, but I know I challenged him for it at one point. And yeah, but it was in this very level. He beat me 21-19. It was a very close game. But yeah, so that went so fast. We don't have our pilots here yet that are supposed to play the next game. So I think we may have to shuffle things up a bit. Let me get this match in the books and see what we're doing. So that's going to be Melvin taking the win, 20-15, and that was an IS. So I'll put that fusion on there. Unfortunately, no reactors or proxy mines in that map, so there may not be a whole lot of those today. So now, let me just let's see what's going on here. I think the only, because Lothar also wants to play another silver pilot, but we just had the silver pilots go and there's not another one on right now. So I'm probably, for now, going to go to, because Morphod is here on reserve, and I think we can get him and Jedi playing an X4. Let me see what we're doing with that. Yeah, it's going to be Jedi Morphod. They're just going. So we're kind of out of order here. We'll keep these games up here just in case we get them showing up. But it looks like it's going to be Morphod versus Jedi Luke for the Gold X4 trophy. So let's go ahead and get that going. They've already moved and started. So we are going to do that now. Yeah, there are actually there's 3 trophies that Gold has, but one of them's I think the Descent 2 trophy, so we can't really play for that because we don't have Descent 2 Observatory yet. Yeah, so if
Ooh, Ascend, nice.
oh, this will be nice. Ascend for an X4. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into that. Looks like that's forming up, and that's going. So we're gonna head on in. There we go. Morphod in the purple and yellow. Jedi in the blue looking to get some practice in. You picked the right man to practice against. A bus drive. Ooh. Do you see that? Morphod, Dracona, he's out for you. And they're going. So Ascend X4, actually, this is the home level of 2 pilots. Dracona and Watts both laying claim to this level. It is quite a fast-paced game, but it's one of the few X4 levels I find anyway where primaries definitely play a big part in it. Just because the level's so tight, and well, that's definitely not primary. That's a smart missile to the hull of Morphod.
Oh, poor Morphod.
Oh, he takes a second one off spawn. So quick, 2-0 for Jedi Luke. And make that 3-0. There's the primaries. A nice string of plasma. Morphod just couldn't get out of the way. Morphod dropping a bunch of proxy mines, hoping to pick up one for Team Proxy. And Jedi is all over him. 4-0. We're not even 2 minutes in.
Luke must be mad at something.
Yeah. Probably a sinus infection, I'd imagine. Ooh, Morphod just narrowly avoiding that one in the main room. And Jedi... Oh, geez, they're both in the tunnel. Wow, did he get him with a couple proxies? I couldn't tell, because they ducked into the tunnel so fast, I wasn't even in position to get over there. Jedi 5 in a row now.
I would have already walked away from the computer for at least 5 minutes.
The thing is with Ascend, though, I mean, this is really how an Ascend match goes. It's, Oh, we got that one. Morphod picking up Jedi Luke in the tunnel. And Team Proxy picking up its first score of the day. That's a good one. Well done, Proxy Mines. 6-1 now. Oh! Oh, that was a concussion missile. I thought that was a smart missile for a second. It's like Morphod's going to run right into it. Anyway, we got some smart missiles being thrown by Jedi. But other than that, we're just trying to feel each other out. Now we got something, and there's a smart missile. Morphod just flies right into it. There's a few more proxy mines for Morphod's pleasure. Of course, Morphod, one of the last games he played on here against Melvin, he was the victim of 2 proxy deaths in the same game.
Oh my goodness.
Jedi Luke all over him 3 in a row now.
All I see is swarms of green blobs around Morphod all the time.
Pretty much. And it's not necessarily the smart either. And that's what I'm talking about right there, plasma. And there's another one. 9-1. Did he kill him with another proxy mine?
Yep.
We're going to call that proxy mine number 2. And 6 in a row makes this an 11-1 game. And Morphod just not able to keep up with Jedi Luke. Of note, no suicides yet. There's 12-1. Morphod's only kill this game has been catching Jedi Luke off guard once. That time's going to be quad 4s. So all the green weapons coming out of Jedi here, getting kills. Oh, and the collision in the tunnel gives Jedi his 9th kill in a row. It is 14-1.
Yeah.
I don't think Morphod expected this.
I would have walked away a long time ago. He took a lot.
We're not even 5 minutes in, and Jedi Luke is 6 kills from winning the game. And Morphod is just timeout. Needs to walk away for a second. Takes a breather, but he's back now. He almost dodges right into the floaters. on the energy center. Jedi Luke's on the second floor here. Oh, this could be bad. Yep. I don't think he waited long enough, but he gets some damage out of Morphod for it. Hard to keep up with these two, let me tell you. I tried to get below Morphod when he was in the energy center and just couldn't recover for a while. Alright. Some Vulcan now coming from Jedi Luke. And Morphod brings it down to 0. 14-0.
Luke going for the shutout.
He is now, I can tell you that much. If he wasn't before, I can guarantee you that's foremost on his mind at this point. Shutting out a gold pilot would be extraordinary. Of note, it's also been 4 minutes since Morphod's last kill, and that's not just, oh man, and he just could not get through the corner. There's nothing going Morphod's way here. That's 10 in a row for Jedi Loot. You can see Morphod had a point for about 3.5 minutes. There's number 16, 11 in a row. No more damage for Morphod.
No, he is going for it.
He's going for the shutout. Morphod, though, does the same. And we now have this situation where it is 15 to -1. 3 suicides so far, 2 from Morphod, 1 from Jedi. Of course, the way that the DCL works, if suicides count, you know, it counts deaths in the algorithm. So the algorithm's thinking, oh, this is 18 to 2. But the game actually goes to what really is 20, and right now, Jedi's 5 points off from that. Oh, and we're in the tunnel. A little bit of damage. Jedi says, you're not killing me. 14 to -1. And now they're both knotted up at 2 suicides each, which seems to be the bigger story here. I'm just really surprised this game turned out the way it did. Jedi back to 15. And unfortunately, we won't be seeing the graph again until the end of the game, but it's going to look really funky in this last bit of time here. Jedi getting that kill, back up to 16. It's just, this is just defies explanation. 6 minutes now since Morphod's last kill. And this game's been going on 8 minutes. Oh! Ooh. Never mind. Morphod picking one up in the tunnel with the fusion. Brings the score back to a nice round 0. I'm sure Jedi's okay with that right now. As long as it doesn't happen again. Morphod going for the home run. Jedi happy to just hit and run him with the fusion, or the Vulcan rather. Morphod feigns the tunnel, gets a smart missile out of Jedi Luke, but he's got more where that came from. Ooh, close one there. Morphod was headed that way when that smart missile landed, but was able to get away from it. The game's definitely quieted down a little bit here.
Yeah, they're definitely trying to minimize their mistakes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Jedi Luke doesn't want Morphod to get a point at this point, or any damage on him for that matter. Morphod's trying desperately not to get shut out. That's what this has come down to. Granted, Morphod has no one to blame for that but himself, because he did have +1 at one point. But, you know, for what he said, for what Morphod said at the beginning of the game, that he needs practice to take out Dracona in here, he clearly needs a lot more practice.
Oh my
Morphod commits
goodness!
suicide in the corner. It
Why?
looked intentional. 16 to -1. That's the 5th suicide of this. Is it 5? No, you can't look. It is, looks like the 5th suicide of the game, yes. Ooh, nice move by Morphod there. But I think they both took about as much damage as they gave. Well, Morphod not happy with that at all.
Yeah.
And this is getting a little bizarre. It is 16 to -2. So I think at this point, the way that these two are playing, I seriously doubt that this is going to be as fast a match as we expected. Like, if Morphod hadn't gotten low early, gotten way behind as early as he did, they probably would have finished this match out normally, and we'd be talking, you know, who's playing next. But both of them have something to prove here, and Morphod getting a kill there in the energy center. It was a very good fusion kill. Pulling it back to -1, though, but he's running out of time to bring that score positive.
Ooh.
Oh, he gets another one! 17-0. So despite 3 suicides, Morphod still trying to avoid the shutout, but it's looking a little more likely than it did a few moments ago. 18-0 now. Jedi needs 2 more to finish this off. Either way, Jedi's played a very strong game, no doubt. When he's frustrating Gold Pilot into a single-digit score, that's something else. 19-0 game point, shutout point for Jedi Luke here, if he can get it. And there's already some damage on Morphod. Nope. Jedi brings it back to 18. He's going to have to dodge here. Oh, Morphod not enough firepower to try to force Jedi Luke into a mistake there. Takes a lot more than a single smart missile for a Jedi to make a mistake like that. 18-0. 6 suicides so far this game. 3 from each. Morphod has been positive all of once. Oh, and Jedi, very nice. Picking up number 19 with the Vulcan there. Once again, game point, shutout point. Will it happen? Oh, that was so close. Morphod right next to that explosion, just barely missing getting shut out there. Oh, well, there it is.
Oh my goodness.
And it has happened. 20-0. Holy moly. Jedi Luke employing some very aggressive, offensive suicide to make sure that his opponent does not get on the scoreboard at all. Part of me is surprised that that happened. But once Jedi Luke got to the point where he was thinking, hey, maybe I can shut this guy out, that's when things got crazy. That's when... And I think Morphod doing those offensive suicides was not the right answer. That was probably... against someone like Jedi Luke, you're more likely to get killed 3 times after a suicide than you are getting a kill, enough kills on him to make up for the suicide. So, yeah, Morphod going as far down as -2 at one point. Did manage to bring it back to 0, so I didn't get held to negative points, but I mean, getting a shutout against a Gold Pilot, that says a lot for Jedi right there. So, 20-0, 6 suicides, but holy moly. All right, let me see what we're doing next, because we have a couple people that haven't shown yet.
I'll gladly play Luke for anything. Especially now that he got an ego boost.
We do have 2 guys here. We're going to do Furno and D2AF next, since they're here. they're actually here and ready to go. I do have 3 other matches that were supposed to be played, but in all of those cases, one or both of the opponents are not here yet. So, and then after this one, if we still don't have someone here, if you guys don't mind, I'm probably going to put Lothar and Watts together. So we'll see what they do. B2AF says he has a dogfighting.
Megalogic,
he says
no
he's
way.
never played Bluebird. Yeah, Bluebird is something like that. There's also Killbox, of course, that actually has missiles. There's the new level that just came out from Lato 2, Hilbert. It's actually got a couple tunnels in it, but it's 99% dogfighting. There's all kinds of other dogfighting levels too. Yeah, Dog Hell is not a ratting level, despite its name. Or it's not a dog level, despite its name. But Bluebird, yeah, Bluebird's a really good one. But while they're debating the level here, we've got a couple of the other matches that I was really looking forward to seeing Watts and Lady Silver. Of course, Lady Silver was working until 8 p.m. Eastern, so who knows what her status is. Same thing with Diablo. He wasn't getting home until 8 p.m. Eastern. And then Bahamut, I don't know what happened. He had a time constraint or what, but...
Actually, Rethink got injured, he told me.
When?
He fell off of a hoverboard.
Oh, geez.
So he didn't want to play.
Happen?
I don't know.
This must have been recent because I was talking to him last night. Oh.
Yep.
But yeah, don't be concerned about that. I mean that a match like that. I think we were Jedi Luke exceeded expectations on that for sure, because I think we all figured that you'd be. But by the time it got to like 14-1 or something like that, we're looking at it and thinking, what happened here? How did this get so bad so fast? And then when you suicided, it kind of clicked. Okay, Jedi Luke's going to go for the shutout here. We know that's what he's going to do. He's going to use offensive suicides. He's going to try to make sure that you're at 0. And then you got into negatives, and we're like, oh, geez. But yeah, it looks like B2AF and Inferno are getting ready to go. What level they end up in a moment. But yeah, I don't think the match was unentertaining. I think it is Bluebird. I do think that the result was surprising more than anything. So Inferno, B2AF going in a dogfighting match. Of course, B2AF has been in a very strong up-and-coming bronze pilot up until the point where he had to break away for school. So that's a large reason he's been somewhat inactive on the ladder lately. Inferno has the opposite effect. He was away for a while due to a shoulder injury, and he just recently came back, and he has been playing at a very high bronze level. And I play Inferno a lot, and there's some games where I get a really good score on him, and in some maps, he surprises me. Like, he got 15 on me in Van, for instance.
Yeah, he has a decent Vulcan for sure.
Oh yeah, his Vulcan's very strong, and when he wants to, his lasers can be strong too. But B2AF getting the first kill with the lasers, and a very nice spawn opportunity for B2AF there. Inferno probably pretty low as it is. Yep. So 2 quick kills for B2AF, and we may be seeing our second defense of the night. That reminds me, I have to put up 2 scores for Team Proxy. But there'll be no proxy mines in here. In fact, there are absolutely no secondaries other than the concussions that you spawn with. And B2AF putting on a clinic. 3-0. Oh, Inferno finally getting one back. As to what matchups next, it entirely depends on who shows at this point. If no one new shows, I'm probably going to have Lothar and Watts if they're willing. Team suicide. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to do a team suicide here. We got the Blueberries and Bluebird against the Lasers. Ferno getting some damage there. And finishes it off 3-2. So after taking 3 quick deaths, Ferno drawing out a dogfight pretty long. But B2AF's got the Vulcan back and makes him pay.
Did B2 get a new connection? I actually used to avoid playing him because his connection was so bad. It looks fine now.
Yeah, B2AF's connection is sometimes unstable, but I don't know what the factors are behind that, because sometimes it's not. But yeah, this one looks pretty solid. He's not jumping around or anything. Definitely using a variety of weapons. We've seen him use pretty much everything but the fusion so far. We've seen Vulcan, the lasers, Spreadfire. No Spreadfire from B2AF. Ferno's largely using the Spreadfire, but B2AF jumping out to a 5-2 lead. And we are confirming it's going to be Lothar and Watts going for Disorientation in Octave Pro respawning conks next. And I believe Spawn Preview as well.
Oh, man. I haven't seen Lothar play that. I'm excited for that one.
It's going to be very interesting. It should be interesting to observe. As long as we can keep up with one of them, we can probably keep up with the whole match. But we'll get to that in a bit. B2AF getting some more damage there. Kind of getting Ferno to fly backwards in bad spots. And B2AF's doubling them up, 6-3. And these two just going at each other. It seems like whenever B2AF brings out that Vulcan, he gets a lot of damage on Ferno, but Ferno's able to finish off that kill there. And it's kind of interesting. It seems that B2AF has some weapons that he's stronger with. Well, he doesn't have the lasers. Lasers are spread out around the level here, so he switches out from the quad ones and does get the Vulcan kill there. Spreadfire on Spreadfire. B2AF seems to be getting the better of this. I'm going to be honest here. I don't think Ferno's Spreadfire game is as on as he thinks he is with as much as he's been using it. And B2AF finishing him off with Vulcan. B2AF seems to have a pattern here where he's using the energy weapon to get him as low as he can. And then when he thinks he's got him low enough, he's switching over to the Vulcan to finish him off. It's an interesting strategy. And it's definitely proving that's working so far. Oh, there it is. 9-4. 3 in a row now for B2AF. Second time he's done that this game. Inferno ends that pretty quickly. Oh, nice reaction by Ferno there to get some damage off before B2AF can pick up a weapon. And Ferno picking up a couple in a row here, 9-6. And it definitely seems like the Spreadfire is the weapon of choice for both of these. Even when the Vulcan's available, I'm surprised Ferno's not using that Vulcan more often than he is. Maybe he just feels like it's not connecting well enough against him.
Yeah, I'd be using Vulcan the whole time for sure.
Well, that applies to you in any level, doesn't it? 11-6 now, B2F. Put him down.
I do feel like it's stronger in this level, though. Like,
yeah, for sure. It's a nice, short, small level, but it's very three-dimensional. It's nice to be able to just point right at them. They've got nowhere to go when they get hit. There are 4 pillars to hide behind, but not 100% effective because they're pretty small pillars. 12 to 7 now. There was a point that B2AF had a 2-for-1 advantage. Furno's trying to end the game a little stronger than that, I think. Oh, look at these two just doing loops around each other here. I mean, circle strafing is nothing new in Descent, but I mean, they're doing it a vertical strafe there. It looked pretty cool for a second. 13 to 7. Some more good damage, but it's going to be Furno. He got some really nice damage after getting hit a couple times. Yeah. We're currently at 13 or 14 to 8 here. Another 5-2 run for B2AF. We've seen him get a couple of those this game. He can't seem to string together anything longer than that. But he's definitely got the long-term advantage over Furno. I think at this point, Furno's either going to have to try a different weapon or start using the pillars a little more in order to mount some kind of comeback. Because what he's doing right now clearly isn't working, and he hasn't switched off of it. Whereas what B2AF is doing is working. He doesn't need to switch off of it. 15-9 there. Furno does pick up a point. I'm B2F going right for that spread fire and not even bothering picking up the other weapons at this point. He knows what he wants to kill him with. Furno switching over to Vulcan. B2F's going to do the same here, though. Oh, Furno, very nice. Baited him into a weapon change and then just got him out of position. Picking up his 10th of the game. B2AF quickly ends that rally. And we're back to the spread fire. And if I'm B2AF, I'm like, why not? I mean, I know I can kill him with it. Interesting. B2AF changed to the Vulcan there and immediately goes down. Not sure that's how he wanted that to go. And Furno actually... Oh, and then... Yeah, we had mentioned that B2AF sometimes has a bit of a connection issue. He did a bit of a jump there. But didn't really look like it threw Furno off too much. $17 to 11. B2AF looking 18 to 11 now, looking to put this away. Just about passing the 10-minute mark. All these games pretty short so far. Not too unexpected. Really, the only types of trophies that really tend to go long are disorientation when it's not in a dogfighting type atmosphere. Octave Pro will be in one of those. There's also D2 trophy, obviously. Ratting trophy can go long if it's a big map. But the blind trophy is... that can go real long if you're not... if you don't pick the right map and you don't know where you're going. 19-13 B2AF on game point here. Looking to put this away really quick. And it's just been spread fire, spread fire, spread fire. They've been tinkering around with Vulcan every once in a while, occasionally doing some lasers, but Furno picking up his 14th. Trying to keep this as respectable as he can. But B2AF's going to finish it off. Under 11 minutes, 20 to 14 is the final. And B2AF holds on to his trophy.
It was definitely entertaining. They both flew very well.
Yeah, I think you know, the dogfighting is a lot of raw skill, no doubt. I do think that Furno could have benefited from changing it up a lot more than he did. It just seemed like he didn't have a proper response to B2AF spread fire, and once B2AF recognized that, he stopped switching weapons nearly as often as he did at the beginning of the game. So 20 to 14 is going to be the final there. Just a moment, putting up the total counts. Sadly, we haven't even seen a reactor so far today. I wonder if we're even going to get one. Now, I do see that Lady Silver showed up, so let me see what's going on, because I thought that we were going to be doing Lothar Watts next. We'll see what happens here. Okay, so it's going to be Lady Silver is going to be playing Watts next. We may see Lothar play someone in Octave Pro. And I think Watts is going to be setting it up, so yeah, let's go ahead and do that next. And it looks like they are getting started. They're both in the channel. So this is going to be the Silver X4 trophy. Now, it will be interesting to see where they decide to play this. I did mention a while ago that Ascend X4 is Watts' home. I can confirm he's very deadly in there. But Lady Silver is no stranger to lots of missiles. And I'm
betting on Crimson.
If they do Crimson X4, that would be a little bizarre. I wouldn't be surprised if Watts obliges either, because he's not bad in Crimson. It's not his home level, but yeah. Dracona, about the last game, is noting that having an over-reliance on light weapons, they feel safer, and Bluebird is big enough to want that, but sometimes switching up to power weapons is good. And I really think that may have helped. It may not have helped. Is it? Story. I don't think it's story. This isn't it, because it's 2 of 4 players in an open game, so that can't be it. Furno says, "How do I plasma?"
B2 has a wonderful plasma. I'm surprised he didn't bust it out.
Yeah, well, he found something that worked and was able to ride it to victory. I mean, once he figured out that... why do I have B2AF versus B2A4? That is awesome. I'm good with letters. Alright, so we're just waiting for Lady Silver Watts to get going here. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be Logic X4. So this one should be pretty interesting. Logic, of course, probably the most popular level and has been for quite some time. And X4 it plays so much different. Both pilots starting in opposite corners. Watts in the purple, Lady Silver red. Here we go. And missiles everywhere is going to be the story of this one.
Who holds the trophy for this?
Watt, I believe Lady Silver does. Lady Silver beat me for it. We played it for, I think, Mind Tricks X4 for the vacant trophy. No one had it at the time, and she got me by 3. Oh. Watts with a stray smart missile picking up a second kill. Watts lost a trophy earlier tonight. I'm sure he's looking to get one back here. Just feeling each other out right now, trying to figure out what the other's going to do. Watts throwing a whole bunch of missiles in there, but Lady Silver snuck out to the hallway and gets some free damage on Watts. And this is definitely a much differently paced X4 match than the last one we saw. Just, it's a lot slower. Both of the pilots much more timid and careful with their movements. Oh, Lady Silver. I don't know if she got too much damage there on Watts, but she definitely snuck up on him a bit there. And once again, both pilots retreating to opposite corners of the map.
Not your typical X4 play.
Not at all. In fact, I am quite surprised by this. Watts throwing missiles everywhere, but Lady Silver again on the other side of the map. They do meet for a little bit there, but they're more playing defensively than they are trying to attack each other, and that might stretch out this game for a longer time than you'd expect in X4-2. Watts having to dodge a homer there. And then same with Lady Silver. Dracona saying, Watts with the Jed's decoy flare. And whoop! Maybe Silver finding Watts in the corner there. Watts coming right back to it. Picks up the kill as she goes for his spew there. So Watts very heads-up play to get that kill right back. Oh!
Ooh, nice.
There we go. That's what we're looking to see. Smart missiles on hulls. 3-2. In X4, by the way, for the uninitiated, there is an option in Retro where you can multiply the primaries or the secondaries. And what that means is that instead of one missile spawning in the location it's supposed to, 2, 3, or 4, or even 5 can spawn in that location. And since multiplying the secondaries is the most common use of multiplication in Retro, that's what we call an X4 secondaries. So there are 4 times as many smart missiles, 4 times as many homing missiles. Even the proxy mines get duplicated. And Lady Silver picking up a nice kill there. Pulling within 2. It's still pretty early. Oh, Watts very nice.
Nice placement there.
Hitting those right where Lady Silver was going to escape. Yeah, another player have gone for the homing missiles in the fan. That's 4 homing missiles out of the rotation. In fact, I'm not sure if that... because that's where the fusion usually spawns, where that smart missile is. So that's just something that respawned up there. I don't know about Watts, but that's something I have definitely noticed with Lady Silver, is that she tends to avoid those secret areas unless she has to go in them. Now fighting in the dogfight room here with no missiles. Watts getting the kills.
Nice job by Watts.
Warm up, Silver, warm up. I think she's coming into this match rather cold. 6-2, 3 in a row for Watts. Watts retreating through the graded tunnel there. They might meet back. Nope, Watts goes back to the main room. Of course, the last time he did it, Lady Silver made him pay for it, but she's not there to do so this time. This could be explosive. Oh, Watts had to go down the graded tunnel, but Lady Silver was unable to follow up with anything.
I really want them to get those homers. It's actually bothering me now.
I know. It's homing missiles. I mean, you use the smarts for information, and then once you know where they are, you can switch over the homing missiles. But when you're missing 4 of them, that's a big deal. Of course, it could be strategy on one side or the other, maybe even both to not get them. I don't know. But I don't know what strategy that would be. This is an X4. The point is to lob missiles everywhere. Lady Silver having to dodge smart there. Watts just putting smarts everywhere, hoping to find Lady Silver, but I mean, she's been playing pretty timidly. I feel like Watts has kind of opened up his play a bit, but Lady Silver's still playing cautiously, and that got her in big trouble there. And Watts takes his 4th in a row, is now up 7-2. Actually a little surprised by this. Watts seeing that door open throws another smart in there, but Lady Silver got out of there before anything bad happened. Oh, and Watts fine. Oh, very nice. That was interesting. Watts got the jump on Lady Silver, but she was able to react to get the kill. 7-3 now. And it just seems like they're really having trouble finding ways to engage each other. They're just poking each other with missiles. They're not going in for the kill once they know where the other one is. It's more like once they know where the other one is, it's like, okay, I want to get out of here now and try a different angle. Watts, though, attacking here. He's got Lady Silver pinned in the energy center. She has to take some damage to get out of there. Looks like she will get out here. She manages to make it over to the reactor before Watts can figure out where she's gone. Oh! That was pretty close. And a little bit of Vulcan from Watts, but I don't think anything hit. He's got to run from that smart, though. Ooh, that was close. Almost felt like Watts was a little... Oh, there it is. Watts getting a quick kill on Lady Silver. I thought Watts was a little slow responding to that smart missile. I wasn't sure he was going to make it down to the end, but he did eventually. And then picks up his 8th of the game.
Slowest X4 ever.
It is. I don't really think it's going to be Watts to blame for it. Now, I did just play Lady Silver in a Mind Tricks X4. Let me tell you, that did not go slow. That was a very fast
she's
game.
hyper aggressive normally.
She's playing extra patient against Watts. That's totally not what I'm used to seeing out of her. I didn't even think of that. I just thought it was more being timid, not knowing what to expect out of Watts and an X4. 8-4 as Lady Silver picks up one in the doorway there. Just found something in chat interesting here. It says, Fluffball saying, my brain still functions as find player or shoot player, as opposed to, using things like smarts to find your opponent, stuff like that. One of the things I've found is that as you start learning these tactics, find player and shoot player start to mean vastly different things. Lady Silver gets away with one there. Oh, and a nice fusion shot catches Watts on the nose. I think he's had enough fusion for the day. And Lady Silver with another one. Very nice. Well, this is an X4 match, but Lady Silver 100%s them with 2 fusion shots. Oh, are the Descent Underground shot smarts worse? I actually thought they weren't as bad. Maybe I was wrong.
Maybe if Lady Silver switches up to Vulcan, it'll get a little bit more fast-paced.
Indeed.
I'm waiting for that.
There we go. Watts picking up the kill there, 9-5. He was up. I think it was like 8-3 at one point. But look at this, Lady Silver not moving. Does eventually pick up and gets a kill with a homing missile. By the way, those 4 homing missiles still sitting there. Watts, I thought he was going to get him. No, he just pops the top of it. Did she hit him? I don't think she hit him. Fusion in the doorway could have gotten him, but did not. One of the things about Logic, though, Logic is really divided into 2 areas. There's the main area with the big room and over by the reactor.
Very nice.
What was that? Smart missile through the door catches Watts off guard. And I don't want to call it a fluke kill, but that certainly wasn't a kill you'd expect to get. 9-7. That's the kind of thing that happens in X4, though. Oh, Lady Silver almost got caught by that one, too. But yeah, I mean, I have to agree. This is a super slow game. It's 13 minutes now, and it's not even halfway done. Quite surprised by this. Sirius says that Lady Silver seems like she's playing like she's winning. But there's something that I've experienced with Lady Silver in the last several games against her is that she starts really slow, and then she explodes to a commanding finish. We'll see if that's the case here. Ooh, very close on that missile. And I don't know if Watts took the damage from that. I feel like he should have if he didn't. Lady Silver, nice maneuver there around that pillar to dodge everything pretty much, and nails him right on the nose with a smart. And if it feels like Lady Silver's making a comeback here, you wouldn't be wrong. That's 3 in a row. And in the last 7 minutes, she has gained a 6-2 advantage. So what was once a pretty dominating game for Watts is now close. And it's now Watts playing a little timid and patient and trying to let Lady Silver come to her. Or him, rather. Pronouns are confusing, ladies and gentlemen. Was that a little ping with the Vulcan through the grate there from Watts? That's what it looked like. Oh, big
Very
hit.
nice shot.
Very nice shot, indeed. And Watts is smarting after that one. And Lady Silver looking to tie this up. Oh, she looked like she ate a missile there. But regardless, Watts is... and this could end poorly for him if he doesn't get out of there. But he ends up getting the kill on him. No, it's going to be a 1-for-1. Cannot escape the smart. And 10-9 now. Oh, Watts. A lot of smart missiles coming from Lady Silver there. A little more explosive action after that point. We'll see if they keep it up or if they're going to go back to their timid ways here.
Might see a tempo change here. Lady Silver does have the Vulcan now.
Mm-hmm. Well, so far we're not seeing a tempo changes. They're both on opposite ends, both kind of just floating around. Oh, this could get interesting. Lady Silver forcing the Watts to move there and throws 3 smart missiles up there. Watts comfortably dodging them all. Oh, and now we got a little dogfight, but very little as Lady Silver just dodges around the corner. Watts having to run from the smart missile there. And he'll get the kill there, 11-9. Also, we didn't mention this in the Fusion match, but Watts is still a 100% keyboard player.
I don't know how he does it. You probably do. You're a keyboard player. I forgot.
Well, I know how I did it, and I watched how he does it, and I don't know how he does it. He's got a much different configuration than I do. Whereas, like, I was using my thumb for pitch and heading. He uses his he uses anything but the thumb for that. He almost plays his keyboard like it's a piano. It's what it looks like to me. He's got a 12-9 advantage here. Don't think he saw where she went, so... And interesting strategy there. Watts holding the door open, trying to get some information by seeing as much of the level as he can. And they collide over on the side there. Looked like there was some Vulcan damage going on. Lady Silver showing some amusement at how that encounter went. Oh, she has him on the run now. Will she get over there in time? She's going to try. Didn't really make the most of it. I don't feel like her aim was on to get any of the shots in that area where Watts had to come out. But she did put a good chase on there for a moment. Oh, Watts got to get out of there. He finally does and gets the kill. 13-9, 3 in a row.
Oh my goodness. Please get the homers.
I know, right? And Lothar bot pulling out his best Sam Jackson impression with his feeling about the homing missiles. And Lady Silver gets
Very
one back,
nice shot.
finally. So 13-10. Watts stuck his nose out for a little too long. Even Watts is acknowledging that. Uh-oh. We have some proxy mines down, folks. We might get a third one here. Let's see what happens. Of course, this level does have a reactor, but the reactor is entirely avoidable the way that the grate's set up. I mean, you literally can sit in front of the reactor and take no damage. Lady Silver waiting for Watts to come back for the weapons. It's something you don't see from Lady Silver too often is weapon camping, and she takes full advantage. 13-11. Very nice shot. So 2 in a row for her now. Reapplying the proxy mines there. Oh, but she's going to miss him this time. Watts comes back. Oh, can't get to the weapons. He did pick up the Vulcan, though. So he'll have that. Did he take that? I wasn't over there to hear the clang if he did.
Yeah, Watts landed some Vulcan. Lady Silver missed.
And Watts finally picking up his missiles, taking out the proxy mines, and moves along. Lady Silver a bit late to the party on that one. 20 minutes on, 13-11. In what has been a P-funk of an affair here.
Oh, I agree so much.
I mean, we still have those 4 missiles up there. They're just sitting there. But yeah, for an X4, this is about as slow as it gets. I mean, even P-Funk plays an X4 faster than this.
Oh, No.
She just went in there to dodge. She wasn't going for anything. Lady Silver. Oh, Watts in trouble here. He's going to have to make a nice dodge, and he does. But Lady Silver still applying the pressure. Watts does get out there.
Nice escape there.
Oh, he comes back, tries to get some damage, but was just too late. I feel like he couldn't get his aim down in time. Yeah, that's going to be a homing missile hit for Lady Silver there. Watts takes that one. And Lady Silver says, no spread fire, please. Runs away. All kinds of smart missiles coming out from Lady Silver there. Watts doing a dance in the main room, avoids them all. Oh!
That was a close one.
That was really close. 2.5 minutes since the last kill in this game. In an X4. That just baffles me. Lady Silver's going to have to move here. She opts to move away. And Watts will get the kill there. So 14-11. Quite a long sequence. I mean, it wasn't for the lack of them... I mean, it wasn't like the beginning of the game where they were away from each other. It's just like, oh, Lady Silver, my goodness.
Yikes.
Just gets caught up in those lasers. And there it is, 15-11. Nice kill by Watts. Yuck, I agree with the yuck on the lasers. That was just movement dampening at its finest. Oh, look out! Oh, man! Lady Silver just narrowly avoiding getting hit by a smart directly. Watts just getting away himself. Just some narrow escapes right now. Watts pulling out the suicide. Not intentional, obviously, but 14-11. Just tosses a single round of lasers at her before realizing this is probably a bad idea and runs away. Oh, very nice fusion. Lady Silver have been using a lot more fusion lately, too. That's something I've noticed. Sometimes it's been effective. A little bit of Vulcan damage. So I figure they're both probably not at top shields at the moment. Oh, and we have a reactor kill! Oh! Ladies and gentlemen, Team Reactor is on the board. Reactor stealing a kill from Watts. I don't know why Watts isn't upset. That could have been his 15th. That's a kill steal for sure. Lady Silver's got to get out of there. Watts with the firepower advantage here is able to work his way back into the level. Lady Silver has to run away. Ooh. Watts stopped himself from going through that door, and that was the right move. I could kind of see that he wanted to go through that door, but there was fusion waiting for him if he did. Now, I want to point out here, we've mentioned a number of times already how slow this game has been. And Cyrus, you can't see this, but in the upper left-hand corner, I have an algorithm that displays the run that a player is on when they're doing better than 2 for 1 in a recent amount of time. Watts is currently on a 5-2 run in the last 11 minutes and 45 seconds. We've only had 7 points in that amount of time because of the suicide in the reactor. And this is an X4. That just does not add up. 25 minutes and counting on the game. And again, they've gone back to both playing pretty cautiously here. Watts has a fairly good lead here. He doesn't want to blow it, but at the same time, I mean, you gotta chase down your opponent at some point. Lady Silver just very timid too. I say more so than Watts. And I didn't see what Watts picked up the kill with. It might have been spread fire.
Homer.
Oh, it was homing missile. Straight from P-Funk Supply, no doubt. The Acme homers, of course. 15-10. Watts looks like he's fully in control now. I mean, 15-10 feels way different than 14-11, despite just being 1 point off for both players. Watts has his back to Lady Silver, and that's not something you want to do. He's like, oh, there you are. 15-11 now. Watts playing patiently. Lotharbot pointing out that homer kill was not one of the fan homers, which are still sitting right there. Oh, Lady Silver killing Watts up over by the reactor. Got a smart missile on him. So just when I say that Watts is in control of the game, he's letting it slip. Silver in the main room having to dance around a few smarts from Watts, but Watts having to do the same in a hallway. Is she chase him? Does she know where he is? Yeah, Lady Silver using a lot of fusion here. I think what's more important is that she's using it at distance when she knows where he is, and it's not very effective. Oh, I'm not sure she knew where that was coming from, but she did dodge it. Oh, and finally they get close to each other, but I don't even think a point of damage was traded there. Oh, and Lady Silver will take that on the nose, but Watts, basking in the glow of his kill, ends up taking a death himself. 16-13. The trade definitely favors Watts, though, since he's the pilot who's ahead. Lady Silver getting a couple spread fire shots down that hall. Watts got to be careful here. He doesn't get pinged out. Couple more points of damage from Lady Silver. Lady Silver's going to get flushed out here. Oh, this is bad for her. Pyro hugs up in the corner, but the only thing that happened there was a little bit of laser damage afterwards. Oh, Lady Silver. Oh, that shot was so close. And we're just about to pass the 30-minute mark in this game. In Logic X4, 16-13 is the score so far. I would like to almost compare this match to the Seaworm Negatrator and Antbend match that we had a few weeks back, but these two are not playing like those two did. They're not playing quite as campy. It's just been defensive more than it has been a camp. Oh, Lady Silver just gets trapped by two perfectly placed smart missiles by Watts. That was very nice. 17-13. And Watts closing in on getting a trophy back. Oh, Lady Silver almost took that. Lady Silver just very defensive. Just trying to get away. Probably looking for some weapons, too. I mean, she doesn't have anything. She's got a spread fire now. It's a weapon she's definitely comfortable with. As they find each other, we'll change some spread fire, but Watts has a lot more than spread fire, and Lady Silver taking one of those missiles. There were like 4 flung by Watts there. It's very difficult for her to get out of. Oh, Watts almost taken that one, but the second one is what connects. 18-14. I wouldn't say Watts is in danger of letting this slip away yet, but he cannot be off his guard. Oh, all those smart missiles from Watts. It almost seems like Watts' strategy has changed to find all the smart missiles, find Lady Silver, fire all the smart missiles, run away. Don't follow up. And Lady Silver again. Oh, that's a nice dodge. She almost dodged into the second one, and when she realized that would have ended poorly, she changed what she was doing and managed to dodge both of them. Watts in trouble here. Oh, the fusion. Nice hit. Turning a bad situation into a good one, for sure. Watts gonna have to do a little dance here. Lady Silver with some great damage. And Watts just backing off, looking for some more missiles. I almost feel like Lady Silver's starting to play a little more offensively. Less dodging, more trying to figure out where Watts is. There's a kill there, 18-15, pulling it within 3. 18-13 was really comfortable. 18-14 was, well, okay, I took a death. It's now 18-15. Now you got to get a kill. Oh, just all kinds of green blobs. Lady Silver dodging them. Clang. That couldn't have felt good. Good fusion shot there through the open door. Of note, Watts hasn't gotten a kill in 3 minutes. Uh-oh. Watts having to make a move, and Lady Silver, that was an impressive kill from Lady Silver, making him move with that first smart, and then just getting that fusion through the grate. 3 in a row for Lady Silver, and this is now a 2-point game. Now you're worried about throwing this, if you're Watts. Ooh, Lady Silver almost caught by the door closing, and Watts finally gets his 19th. He's on game point. It's 19-16, but another, if Lady Silver gets another 3 kill streak here, which she won't. Spoiler alert, this game is over. 20-17 is your final score as it ends pretty explosively compared to how the rest of this game went. And man, that is a long Logic X4 match, but a very closely fought match. Lady Silver, down pretty far, 18-13, but brought it back to a respectable score. So, 2017 will be the final there. Let's see, did we get anyone else on? I don't think we have. So let's see what we got here. Because I'm going to take these off, because I don't think those are going to happen. But let's see what we've got going on next here. Just give me a second. I think Lothar may be thinking about. Yeah. Jed's got a shutout. It was 20-0 with 6 suicides, 3 on each side, and I believe all 6 of them were intentional. It was a surprising result. It was kind of funny because Jedi Luke literally jumped out to a 14-1 lead. That's how it happened. It was that fast. And then Morphod had a suicide, and it was like as soon as he had that suicide, we were thinking, oh, Jedi's going to go for the shutout here. He's going to try to shut out a gold pilot, and that's eventually what happened. So it looks like that Lothar just needs a couple minutes break here, and then I think Watts should take a couple minutes break too as well. But then I think we're going to get to the Active Pro match. So we'll put this up. It's going to be, and this is a trophy that no one owns right now, but it's kind of Lothar's thing. Lothar's home level is Active Pro, and it's a disorientation trophy, and it's disorienting in the matter that there's no up. It's basically a 3-dimensionally symmetrical level. You'll see what I mean in a moment once we put that up. So we'll put that up. Well, serious. Fortunately, Morphod's not on the next episode of Self-Destruct Sequence, so he doesn't have to worry about talking about it. Believe me, I'll be talking about it. Lady Silver asking, how were we messing everything up? I wouldn't say it was more messing everything up as it was just the gameplay was like really cautious, really slow, very defensive. It's not the kind of match you would expect out of an X4. It felt more like a playing P-Funk and Flea, that kind of match. It just felt like it got stretched off, and Watts was playing the same way, to be fair. So yeah. Oh, the 2-7 start, yeah, that was just typical Lady Silver slow starts. But I thought you were coming back at the end there. I really felt like it was crazy.
Yeah, you guys didn't know where the homers were.
Oh, yeah, that's right. The homing missiles. MVP,
goodness.
by the way, MVP of that last game was the green secret door, which never got opened. Never took a hit. 0 points of damage on the door. GG door. So I do think that Lothar and Watts are getting underway if they're not now.
I think Luke wants to play me. He wants to embarrass me.
Does he?
Yeah.
I might be down for doing one extra match. Because I technically don't have to be out of here until 8 p.m. Pacific at 6:30. So unless we have another Seaworm Negatrader in affair, which we won't in Octave Pro, I can tell you that right now. It's going to be we can probably do another match. Jedi and Cyrus for the Vulcan trophy. Oh, jeez. Okay, so Watt's unable to do this. So you want to do that now? Do you want to take out Jed's for a trophy? I don't know which trophy you're doing, but
X4. Crimson.
okay. So here's what we'll do. We're gonna go ahead and do Crimson X4.
Wish me luck. Luke looks disgustingly good tonight.
Well, yeah, he's already shut out one pilot, so good luck. So we'll do that. We'll do Lothar and Watts as a bonus match. We only plan on doing 5, but we had a couple fast ones today, so I'm not against doing a 6th one, especially in something like Octave Pro. So yeah, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and do that. So that'll be the next one. And he's jumped off here, so it's just going to be me for a bit for this one, unless Someone wants to jump in. I'll give you the info for Discord if you'd like to join. Gotta remember, I don't need to do that anymore. Alright, Crimson match is coming up. Kind of pointing out that this level plays homery, so it's like an Athena-style X4, even though it doesn't have quite as many homing missiles as Athena does. And looks like Cyrus hosting should be getting a game going in a moment. And again, I just want to thank everyone for coming out. I know I have a lot of fun doing these. And a lot of people have a lot of fun playing on these. Maybe not more fun tonight, but yeah, he's. Some days you're the dog, and some days you're the hydrant. So looks like this game is going. All right, and they're moving already. My goodness. And this is what Lothar was talking about earlier with trying to see what's happening underneath with the fan. That's how you do it. Oh, they put on the wrong one. X4 primaries, so we'll be restarting that in a moment. Reforming up. Everyone bring out your rafflecopters. I don't know if anyone has the Franker Faces emotes, but yeah. Got a couple FFZ emotes for Descent related. Here we go. Cyrus, Jedi Luke. I believe we're X-forward for the secondaries here, so we're good to go. Jedi retreating into the tunnels. Pick up a bunch of missiles, and Cyrus gonna chase them down? Maybe? No. Ooh, close call there. But Jedi's okay. Gonna chase him into the back of the level here. Cyrus able to get away there. Trading smart missiles with each other, but nothing connecting yet. Jedi, of course, very much enjoys the X4 meta. Possibly even more so than the regular game. And Jedi's going to get a quick kill with a floater, it looked like. So, yeah, 1-0. Yeah, thank goodness there's not 8 Vulcan cannons in here. Although Cyrus can only pick up 1, thankfully. Oh, I thought that was going to go all the way through to the back, but it didn't. Cyrus is safe for the moment. As safe as you can be when playing against Jedi Luke. And you can already see that this is a much differently paced X4 game. A lot more movement. Jedi looking around for some weapons. Trying to get as many of those missiles as he can. Plants one right next to Cyrus. That one goes to waste as it ends up in the fan. Oh, it's Cyrus, and that's going to be a murder-suicide. Jedi Luke takes out both pilots. Still 1-0. But a very entertaining 1-0 so far. Cyrus gonna chase him in? No. Jedi Luke chase him out with the fusion. Oh. Look at this. Cyrus very smartly waits. Gets some good Vulcan damage here. And, oh, that was a beautiful kill. Cyrus just coming out at the right time. Jedi Luke trying to get a jump on him, but was unable to. Cyrus tying it up at 1. Oh! Smart missiles everywhere. Jedi taking a second kill, 2-1. And just overwhelming Cyrus there, making it 3-1. This is kind of how it started with Morphod, was Jedi Luke overwhelming his opponent with so much offense that his opponent could not respond in kind. But this time it's Vulcan on Vulcan, and Jedi Luke. Cyrus is pretty strong with Vulcan. Jedi Luke's pretty strong with Vulcan too, and that smart will make it 5-1. But nope, it's going to be a 1-for-1 as Jedi cannot get away. It looked like Jedi was awkwardly trying to get away from that smart. He didn't really tricord backwards, but he'll pick up that kill as Cyrus picks up Jedi Luke's weapons, and Jedi Luke baits him in. So it's 6-2, and all those mines that Cyrus put up, well, he's got to clear them. Now we should get something going on downstairs. Jedi Luke chase him out with a smart. Definitely one of the harder levels to observe. The positioning from the fan helps, but it only helps so much. Cyrus takes a little bit of plasma there. Not sure if he got any return with the Vulcan. Cyrus just waiting down here in the corner. He sees those missiles. He's hoping that Jedi comes through, but he's gone the other way. And a good catch by Cyrus there, getting a hit with the Homer. Not sure if he realizes he did, though, because he's around the corner dodging something else. Oh, here we go. Jedi making sure that Cyrus can't follow him with a couple of the proxy mines there. And they'll kill each other. 7-3. Given this was 1-0 about 3 minutes in, and we're now 5 minutes in, and it's 7-3, this game's exploded. Oh, Jedi will take Cyrus as he comes out of the door. 8-3 now. I don't think Jedi's going to get his second shutout of the night, but he is looking for holding into single digits with this kind of score. There's another one. Just picking off Cyrus when he's in the room, overwhelming him before he can even figure out which way to aim to hit Jedi. Taking a bit of damage from that floater. Cyrus is going to be pretty low. Oh, no. That is a soft kill, but it's a kill nonetheless. 10-3. 3 in a row now for Jedi Luke. You can see about the 2.5 minute mark, this game exploded with activity. There's another one. 11-3. 4 in a row now for Jedi Luke. Oh, and now it's Cyrus with a soft one there. 11-4. Jedi Luke very smartly, though. Very heads-up play, figuring out which way Cyrus is going to come from. Warned him off with the lasers there. And boom, bitches. The smart down the hallway. Cyrus making sure he doesn't get caught by another soft smart here. Oh, he's underneath, but Jedi's already gone. Oh, he's going to come back, though. Here we go. And Cyrus commits suicide. How did that happen? 12-3. And so does Jedi Luke. Well, it's 11-3 now. That one looked intentional. Cyrus's did not. Jedi should know where he is at this point, or have an idea. And all those smarts. It's very interesting to me how Jedi is playing the smarts in the main room. Oh, and Cyrus falls victim to what almost looked like a camp there from Jedi Luke. But another floater. And Jedi playing those smarts perfectly in the main room. It's like he's planting them on two ends of the room, and Cyrus is just staying in the room, and he'll dodge one, but take some damage from the other. Jedi getting a lot of free damage that way. There's some Vulcan. Cyrus should be happy with that trade. But not that one. 13-3, it's a 10-point lead, and this is getting out of hand. I think saying that Jedi was prepared is an understatement. He is very much in full control of this match. Just the places that he's putting the smart missiles to, it's not just confusing Cyrus, it's actually causing damage to him. That one there almost caught him. We'll get some action in the main room here. Ooh, it almost looked like Jed got caught in the corner there. And he changed his mind as to what he wanted to do. Cyrus was, I think Cyrus should have gotten some damage there, but he didn't. Interesting play through that door there. Don't see that too often. Cyrus trying to dodge, and he'll get the kill underneath. So 13-4, Cyrus trying to claw this back into a respectable score, and look at this. Jedi just camped in the corner. He was waiting for him to come out, never did. Now we have another camp going on here. And Cyrus just gets out of there because he has no idea where those missiles are coming from. Doing a good job of sneaking around here. I don't think Jedi really knows where he is right now. Oh, Cyrus heard that, but he's not following up. Cyrus missing with a Vulcan to open the door. You don't see that too often. Barrage of smart missiles. I'm not sure how that didn't lock onto Cyrus, but oh, there we go. Wow. Okay, Cyrus just flew right into that. I don't know if he saw it, but that felt soft. And Jedi Luke, of course, look at all the proxy lines on the Falcon there. That's not an accident. Cyrus has a spread fire, though. He's not a stranger to that either. Is it his preferred weapon? No. Will he use it? Oh, absolutely. Cyrus picking up his weapon and switches right to it. Not helping as every homing missile seemed to hit there. 15-4, and just look at how this game has just exploded. I mean, this was 6-2 at one point. That was a very long run for Jedi Luke. He'll get another one here, 3 in a row. Don't think he's dodged a homer. I do not disagree with that. So Cyrus confirmed homer magnet. Looking to get his weapon. He does, but he takes some damage for it. But it works out. Picks up the kill, 16-5. Jedi Luke just on form today, though. I mean, 2 very dominating games against dangerous gold pilots. You can't discredit that. Back towards the main room, but Jedi Luke very quickly sneaking into the tunnels beneath. Oh, look at this. Oh, man. Neither of them finding each other there, despite flying all around each other. Comedy of errors there to make sure that both pilots stay alive for the moment. 16-5. Almost 13 minutes in. Cyrus taking a little bit of damage there. Again, just little bitty points of damage. It's all Jedi needs. He'll hit and run you all day if he can. And now back into the main room. Not a whole lot of damage there on either side. All kinds of damage there, though. And Jedi Luke's going to take his 17th. Nice bit of fusion there. Don't think any of it connected, but definitely made Cyrus think twice about a good engagement. Both pilots varying up their weapons a little bit. It's going to be plasma for Jedi Luke. And another murder-suicide there. Let's see who gets to it. It's going to be Cyrus getting to it first. In comes Jedi Luke, but he's chased out immediately by a smart missile. Cyrus making sure that Jedi's not going to get to those easily. But that will allow Jedi to roam around the level, pick up some smart missiles, and potentially cause Cyrus to make a mistake there. He took a lot of damage. 17-5. Cyrus catching Jedi, checking that door, but not a whole lot of damage coming through. If any. I'm not sure if Jedi got hit at all. Cyrus playing around those tunnels at the moment. Hasn't gotten a kill in 3 minutes. Down the back hallway here. And Jedi will pick up a kill with the plasma, 18-5. 2 more for Jedi to finish this one off with another single-digit score. That's domination. Playing really well. And now 19-5. Man. Uh-oh. Well, we have the suicides coming through for Cyrus. Almost ended the game by flying into smart there. And I'm not sure what happened there. He must have put one through the... Oh, Cyrus. He must have put one through the door at the bottom. 20-5 is, or 4 rather, is going to be the final score after the murder-suicide. And man, I can't say enough about Jedi there. He just completely ran over both of his opponents today. Picking up 2 very strong wins over gold. Absolutely astonishing what he's pulling off right now. So, are we still... May we still be doing Lothar Bot and Watts here is the question. Yes. So Watts, Lothar Bot, they're going to be going in Octave Pro. This is going to be our last match of the night here. Hopefully Cyrus can be rejoining us pretty soon. Not sure if he is, but he should be, I'd imagine. And Octave Pro going to be getting underway now. Octave Pro is considered a disorientation map, and the reason being is that there is no defined up in this map. It's not like it's a 4D map or anything. So there's going to be nothing, no shenanigans like 2 hallways that intersect, stuff like that. So hopefully these 2 are going to get started shortly, and we'll see that. One of the notable things about this level, no spread fire, no Vulcan, no secondaries. However, we are playing in what is Lothar Bot's home level, and he controls the settings. Those settings include you're able to see where you're going to respawn, and you can turn your ship and everything. That translates to observer mode, because before they respawn, we're going to see the name. We're going to see the pilot name show up in the place where they're going to spawn. So we'll be able to see where they're going to spawn from. And the other thing is that respawning concussions. So the concussion missiles that you start with will respawn as you shoot them. So it'll be pretty good. There is no reactor. There are no proxy mines. So congratulations to Team Proxy. You win again, 2-1. Those proxies are rough, man. And both times it was Morphod taking them. Poor guy. So Octave Pro is up. We're ready to go. And we're in. This is Octave Pro. That's it. That's all this level is. But there's fusion. There is quads. There's plenty of plasma. Now, there are concussions. I stand corrected. There is a 4-pack of concussions down there. And very interesting how this level plays out. So you'll see a lot of them flying around here. And it's kind of funny because if we stand in this center cube, we can actually try to follow the action. You can see it's pretty hard to do. So we're not going to be doing that. Watt's getting the early kill on Lothar. The reason why you're seeing this here is because there's actually geometry connected to that. There's a wall there, so it's pretty interesting. So this is going to be a little difficult to follow, I think. But we'll do our best. Watts trying to plant some fusion onto Lothar, but Lothar is very comfortable using that plasma. And he'll get the return kill, 1-1. Watt's very comfortable with that fusion in here. Ooh, nice plasma damage by Lothar. And he's going to take him out. Yeah, this is insanely difficult to follow. We'll do our best, though. Lothar with the fusion, taking out Watts, 3-1, changing it up at just the right time. Watts definitely trying to escape Lothar's offense here, I think. Now they're going to try getting all 6 degrees of freedom going here. Lothar with some fusion shots. None of them connecting, though. Now he's got the quads going. Lothar, very dangerous with the quads. Back to the fusion. Watts content with that plasma for now. Ooh, gets a good hit on him. I think that was a concussion missile that hit him square. I tell you what, it's very nice when you have the right camera angle in here. It's not so nice when you don't. Lothar getting a nice long distance kill there with the plasma. And I'm starting to figure out how to properly observe this level. If you can get into the corners of the map, it has 8 corners, you can get a good angle on 3 of the potential lanes that they have to shoot at each other. So that's probably what I'm going to try to do here, just to try to keep them both on my screen the best I can. Just keeping in mind that they have a wall to shoot through sometimes. But yeah, this is the shape of this level is also pretty bizarre as well. But it's fully symmetrical in all 3 dimensions, so. Watt's doing a little bit of running, but for naught, he gets tagged by that fusion. String of plasma from both players. Watt seemed to take the worst of that, but he's going to get the kill there. 4-2. Lothar finding Watts just sitting there. Watts taking some damage. Not sure that was necessary damage to take either. The interesting thing about Octave Pro is that sometimes it turns out to be just a big 3D dogfighting space. Sometimes it actually turns out to be a little bit of ratting. It just depends on the style of the opponent. Lothar taking another kill, 5-2. After Watts, he got the first point of the game, but is trailing this. He's only picked up one since. And that was a fusion. Watts having to run and cannot run in time. Nice spawn kill for Lothar. He's now up 7-2. And again, another overcharged fusion. That's second pilot tonight we've seen employ that strategy to try to get a quick spawn kill. Oh yeah, absolutely. This can turn into a ratting really quick. If you're not willing to dogfight and you're going to try to run away, it's very difficult to figure out where you're going because there's so many places you can go. So yeah, this map definitely can turn into a little bit of ratting. Like that's what Watts is trying to do here, but Lothar very relentless, chasing him down. Serious? Well, this got out of hand fast. This is no surprise. This is Lothar's home level. It's not just a disorientation trophy map. It's also his home level. It's a very strong showing so far, for sure. It is so hard to keep up with these two. You have no idea. Watts finally getting one from Lothar. Sneaks around to the other side and ended up underneath him. Or above him, or I don't know. Lothar getting the kill right back, though. It is 9-2. 9-3, rather. All right, there you saw the whole thing with the respawn. Watts seeing where he was respawning from. Didn't really take advantage of it. Lothar was right next to him. He could have turned and just started opening on him with lasers. Nice bit of plasma from Lothar again. Showing a good proficiency with that weapon. No damage traded there. Just a lot of plasma being fired at each other. But other than that, not a whole lot of damage at all. That's funny, because that's how Octave Pro can go. Sometimes you get a lot of hits on your opponent, and sometimes they're just slippery enough that they can get away. Again, Watts taking no damage there. I heard a clang there, but clangs have been few and far in between in this particular point. Both pilots playing very strongly here in terms of making sure they're not getting hit by the other's fire. I'm very, very surprised by that, the way this match has been going. The thing with this map is that it's so small is that if you do get behind your opponent, it's so easy for them to not just slip away, but to get behind you almost immediately. And Lothar picking up his 10th kill, up 10-3 now. Watts picking up that plasma cannon. Well, Lothar just happy firing those quad lasers away right now. I'll be honest, though, nothing hasn't been working for Lothar. Everything he's been trying has been pretty good so far. I'm not sure who hit who there. I want to say it was the plasma from Watts, but it was hard to tell. If it's the fusion, then Watts is low. If it was the plasma, well, it's not a big deal. It's only 11 or 22 damage, depending on how many blobs hit him. Now both shooting plasma at each other, and Watts will close the gap a little bit. Possible spawn kill here. No, he missed. So 10-4. We're almost just about 10 minutes in. Like I said, this isn't going to be a terribly long match. We've had a couple of long points, but for the most part, it's been going pretty quick. Lothar tagging him with a bunch of plasma there. Probably good for 30 or 40 damage, somewhere in there. And he'll take him out. It's now 11-4. Oh, Watts getting caught up on the corner, gets tagged a bit. Lothar chasing him down. And I'm not sure how this is viewing for you guys. It's, you know, being a descent pilot myself, I'm kind of already acclimated to this kind of movement. So doing this kind of movement isn't terribly hard for me once I figure out exactly how to view it as Watts picks up his 5th kill there. But I have no idea how you guys are even seeing this, if you're able to keep up with it at all. I think the best way I can use to describe the levels, you got that cube in the middle, and if you're directly from any of the faces of the cube, there's open space. If you're not, there's not open space. Probably the only good way I can describe it. They're going at each other with the plasma again. Nothing connecting so far. Oh yeah, level choice is a significant factor in Descent. Very much so. Lothar catching Watts' roof of his ship, for lack of a better term there. Taking that 12-5 lead. The last few points, this game has really slowed down. It was a very hot start for Lothar. But for a game that was 9-3, I mean, we've only had 7 points in 6 minutes now. Whereas the first 11 points happened in the first 6 minutes. A little bit of laser damage there, nothing too big. Oh, that was a close shot. Thought Watts should have had that one, actually. He did to get that one. Lothar is going to be hurting. He switched to the plasma, though. Gets up, right up in his face. Really good option there. Forcing Watts to back off. Now they're both back to the plasma. And Watts taking the kill, 13-6. I almost feel like that if we started this game over, it might be a close game. Watts seems to have picked up this level pretty quick. I don't know if he's played it before. Takes a little bit of plasma damage. Both are trying to chase him down with that plasma. Oh, switches over to fusion real quick, but only for one shot. Also, something to point out, you don't see them, but the entire level is pretty much an energy center. You literally cannot run out of energy in this map. Nice bit of damage from Lothar there. So we're over on the other side of the map here. And Lothar will take out Watts there. Very aggressive play from both pilots. You can see Watts is going to spawn over there. Ooh, not sure if that hit. Lothar pressing his luck with the fusion. I don't think that was the right call after the first couple shots. And Watts getting in his face. 2 in a row for Watts, 14-8. Oh, let's get some vision on this. Oof. This pilot's so hard to keep up with. They're moving so fast through the level. Of course, Lothar intimately familiar with it. Again, favoring the plasma for both pilots here. And we're going to have a 1-for-1 there. 15-9. You can see kind of around the 8-minute mark, Watts is like, okay, I'm done getting blown out here. I'm going to try to keep this as close as I can. So very good for picking up on Lothar's tactics in here. Lothar, a very strong pilot in here. I think Watts has already gotten as many points in here on Lothar as I ever have in a single match. So he's doing very well. Oh, eats all that plasma. He's got to be low. Lothar trying to tag him with the fusion for the kill. Switches off of it quickly, though. And there it is. Plasma finishes them up 16-9. Lothar switching over to the fusion, using it from a long distance this time, instead of trying to get in his face. That's a better move for sure. You don't want to get right up with someone with plasma in here unless you've got plasma yourself. Watts getting the kill, though, 16-10. Putting double digits on Lothar in his home. Watts does not have all the lasers, so he's not firing quad 4s at the moment. Those are quad 2s. I think there's only 4 laser power-ups in this entire map. Lothar killing Watts there, 17-10. Lothar would love nothing more than to close this one out fast if he could. Watts getting a couple pings with that fusion there. Looking to finish him off the plasma. It's going to be Lothar switching to the fusion. I think he scored a hit there. Oh, Watts sees the belly of Lothar's ship and takes him down. 17-11. Very good kill for Watts. He's trying to keep Lothar off balance, but Lothar's able to get away. Picks up the weapons he needs. Pretty sparse fighting at the moment. They're both not quite in the same spot. Lothar's just firing a lot of weapons. Watts making sure he's not where the weapons are. Very timid to engage here. Lothar now feeling he's got him chased down. Ooh, was that a hit? Watts seems he wants to try to be sneaky here with these fusion hits. Oh, a little bit of collision there. Not sure who hit who. And that was a beautiful fusion shot. Oh, man. Perfect position to see it, too. Even Watts sees that. And a nice bit of spawn damage here. Watts really low here. Lothar looking to finish it off. 18-11. Yeah, there it is, 19-11 now. Game point for Lothar. After kind of stumbling through the middle, letting Watts keep up with him, Lothar has really exploded in this endgame here. As we're just under 20 minutes here. Let's see if he can close it out within 20. Not like that. Watts getting a kill there. 19-12. Lothar coming around to get his weapons. Oh, Watts ran into a big load of plasma there. So the question is, do you suicide here? Doesn't look like he's going to. And Lothar's going to get the kill, and that's going to be game. Just under 20 minutes. 20-12. Yeah, Watts was keeping up in the mid game for quite some time, even maybe even closing the gap a little. You can see at one point it was 11-4. But man, good game by Watts, but Lothar showing why this is his home level. Fantastic game. So that'll do it. And yeah, just to review what we got tonight, of course, we played 6 games. We were able to fit in a 6th one. We had Melvin taking the Fusion Trophy from Watts 20-15 in a very entertaining game that was closer than the score indicated. Jedi Luke shutting out Morphod in Ascend X4 to keep his gold X4 trophy. Very surprising result there, but Jedi, to his credit, was on his game tonight. B2AF defending his dogfighting trophy against Furno 2014 in Bluebird. Watts taking the X4 trophy from Lady Silver. That was 20-17, a very close and long Logic X4 match. Jedi Luke again dominating in an X4 performance, 20-4 over Cyrus and Crimson X4. And Lothar Bot defending his home level and picking up his first silver trophy since moving to the division, 20-12 over Watts in Octave Pro. Guys, thanks a ton for coming out. It was a lot of fun to have you guys here. Again, I'm trying to do these every 2 or 3 weeks, and trying to keep like a theme with them, but I do want to at some point do some kind of tournament. Maybe it just has like 8 players and it's just a single elimination tournament. That would be like 7 matches or something. I don't know how that would turn out, but I do want to at least try it once. So we'll probably do something like that at some point. Definitely want to thank Cyrus for coming in and casting for the first 4 matches, and also for stepping in to play Jedi Luke there. Unfortunately, we didn't get in all the matches that we wanted to play because a few people didn't show up, but that happens. And fortunately, we have a lot of willing pilots. I want to thank Lothar Bot, Cyrus, and Morphod for all stepping up and coming in to play a game tonight, even though they weren't really expecting to. So thank you guys for doing that. It's much appreciated. So with that, we're going to wrap it up here. And until next time, guys, see you, bye.